Collections were on fire this week. It was crazy. Top collection, $2,000. The one just below it, $1,725. I have a huge tie for number 5 for the collections. It's a 3-way tie, but let's get into the honorable mentions first. And as usual, I try and keep myself to 5 honorable mentions. The first one is Phoenix Saga. These are volumes 1 through 12 on, unfortunately, this was a best offer accepted for these 12 books. 1,250 Canadian was the listing price. Even if this had sold for full price, it would have barely made number 3 on this week's list. My second honorable mention is Welcome to the NHK, volumes 1 through 8. Went for $250. About $31.24 a book, Tokyo Pop 2007. Another small series that sold pretty darn well. It's Border. Volumes 1 through 5, $300. That's $60 per book. Digital Manga Publishing, 2011. Honorable mention number 4, Great Teacher Onizuka. Volumes 1, 4, 5, and then 8 through 25. 20 books in total. $380, about $19 per book. Tokyo Pop 2002. Finally, honorable mention number 5 for collections. We saw it last week. This week it didn't quite make the list. It's Aria the Masterpiece, volumes 1 through 7, $400. That's like $57.14 per book. Tokyo Pop 2019. Last week it went for $440 for that collection. That also would not have made this week's list. So here we go. Huge tie for number 5. 3 different series. Let's start with the first one. It's GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, volumes 1 through 20 and 22. 21 books, $500. $23.81 per volume, Tokyo Pop 2002. The second one at number 5 for the tie. We've seen this before as individual volumes. It's Sakurai, volumes 1 through 10, also for $499.99. That's $50 per book. Yen Press 2017. Finally, the last one at number 5, brand new to me. It's We Were There, volumes 1 through 16. $500, $31.25 per book. Viz Media 2008. Number 4, Berserk. Volumes 1 through 41, $531.71. It's almost $13 per book. Dark Horse, 2003. The number 3 collection this week. It's a Junji Ito collection. 16 volumes, $900. Some of those museums of terror are definitely worth money. For the number 2 collection this week, we jump significantly in price. It's Air Gear, volumes 1 through 37, $1,725 US. That's like $46.62 per book. Del Rey, and later published by Kodansha. First came out in 2006. So finally we come to the number 1 collection. And it's a big one. It's Gantz, volumes 1 through 37, and Gantz G, volumes 1 through 3. So 40 books in total, went for $2,000. That's $50 a piece. Dark Horse, 2008. Basara, the complete collection, still holds the record from when I've been doing this at like $4,000, but that's still pretty impressive at $2,000. Anyways, with all that, let's jump to the singles. The singles weren't as hot as the collections, but they were solid. They jumped from $115 to $300, but there was a lot of ties in there for like decent amounts of money. So as usual, let's start with the 5 honorable mentions for singles. And here we go. Number 1, Umineko, episode 2, volumes 1 and 2. So this is 2 volumes. Sold for $102.50, about $51.25 a piece. Yen Press 2013. Now you can say that maybe the appeals come off of Umineko a bit, and this hasn't sold for as much money as it has in the past, but I will point out this was 52 bids. Honorable mention number 2, a while ago I had Shonen Jump magazine sealed. Usually goes for $100. And I said, it has to be in the plastic to be valuable. I'm taking that back. That statement is redacted. This one went for $56. Noticed it is not in the plastic. There was also another sale this week which went for $50. So obviously these Shonen Jump number ones are becoming collectible. Take that as you will. If you have one, good for you. But you know, they're significant because there was a huge portion of today's fans that basically started with Shonen Jump magazine when it was put out into the West here in America in 2003. So a lot of sentimentality, a lot of nostalgia. They're gaining value. Honorable mention number 3, Mobile Suit Gundam Lost War Chronicles. Volume 2 went for $80. Tokyo Pop 2006. We have seen some of these Mobile Suit Gundams, the harder to find volumes, become valuable. So this is just another example of that. Honorable mention number 4, Welcome to the NHK. The novel, $98.88. Tokyo Pop 2007. This is interesting because it's an actual novel. Normally I don't put novels on the list, but Welcome to the NHK is very well known manga as well. So this is the first time I've seen this and go for this amount of money, but it's basically Chainsaw Man volumes 1 and volumes 2, which in themselves aren't worth any degree of money, but the pair of them went for $200. And why they went for this amount of money was because they're autographed by the English voice actors. So we see this very often in comics, that signatures like Stan Lee's signatures are valuable and they're certified, they're slabbed. So it was just kind of interesting for me to see signatures on manga volumes and that somebody's selling them for that much money. When I get my signatures, I usually like them personalized because I don't like to sell them. That's Todd McFarlane, Spawn 250, by the way. Yeah, but I guess some people just get it and they consider it like it adds to the value. But anyways, with that, let's get into the list. Number 10, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, Volume 6, the Omnibus, which collects volumes 16, 17, and 18, went for $114.75 US. Kodansha, 2015. Now, number 9 is Trigun. Trigun Maximum, Volume 10, a whopping 65 bids, went for $127.50, and that's from Dark Horse 2006. But I will show you there was a sale just after that that went for much cheaper. Number 8 is one of those final volume premiums. It's Dragon Knights, Volume 26, and this is an ex-library copy. $129.95, Tokyo Pop, 2008. Number 7, well, it's our old friend again, Senran Kagura, Skirting Shadows, Volume 3, $140, 7 Seas, 2016. For number 6, there's actually a 3-way tie of basically like $150. The first one is The World's Greatest First Love, Volume 4, $149.99. That's from Sublime, 2016. The second number 6 is a naughty book. It's Goddess of the Glass, Volume 1, $149.99, 801 Media, 2013. And the final number 6 is another naughty book, although we have seen this one before. It's the first printing of it. It's Passion of Gengoro Tagame, $150, originally published by Picture Box back in 2013. Number 5, this is interesting because we've had the GTO collections up there, but this is GTO The Early Years, Volume 7, $152.55, Tokyo Pop, 2008. Number 4 is the first time we've ever had Pokemon on these lists at all. And this one is Magical Pokemon Journey. The volume's called Going Coconuts, Volume 5 went for $169.99 from Viz Media, 2002. What was interesting to me, I didn't realize these were by Yumi Tsukarino, who's a shoujo mangaka, who also did a Fluffy Fluffy cinnamon roll. So basically, Magical Pokemon Journey is like a shoujo manga or a girl manga take on Pokemon. So kind of, I had no idea it existed, to be honest. But man, that's crazy. Number 3. We saw this one last week and it sold for $235, which is more than it sold this time, but this is an X-Library copy. Ubelblatt, Volume 6, like I said, X-Library. $199.95, Yen Press 2016. There's 2 more volumes that are tied for the number 3 spot, and they're both from the same series. La Blue Girl, Volume 2, $199.98. That's Central Park Media, 2003. And then we have La Blue Girl, Volume 4, $199.98. Again from Central Park Media, 2003. Number 2. Remember how I said first time we've had Pokemon on the list? Well, now it's the second time. It's Magical Pokemon Journey. From the Heart is the title of this volume. Volume 7, $249.99, Viz Media, 2003. What's interesting about Magical Pokemon Journey is there were originally 10 volumes in the Japanese, but only 7 were translated into English, so this is the final English volume. And finally, number 1, Kill la Kill. Volume 3, the hardcover. Now, all these Kill la Kills from Udon Entertainment back in 2016 had the softcover version and the hardcover. So this is the hardcover. Went for $299.99, which is good enough for the number 1 spot this week. I'm going to put up the spreadsheets, but I'm going to do it quick because I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant here this week. So this is the collections. If you want to examine it, basically pause the screen and have a look. Now I'm going to jump to the singles. Same deal. You want to have a good in-depth look for the day. I'm old enough to remember when La Blue Girl came out and everything, and it's interesting that we have like the 2 volumes going for $200 a piece on this list. But if you think about it, I mean, could La Blue Girl be published or republished today? I honestly don't think it could. I don't think it would be allowed. So as far as like value and collecting go, that's probably why people are paying money for this. It's just that it is going to be a lost series. I really can't see it being republished. The other factor is, of course, it was put out by Central Park Media, which I believe went out of business around 2010. But it has that going for it as well. It's the same with Mushishi from Del Rey. It's a out of business publisher, so there's a whole bunch of hoopla to go through, republishing rights and whatnots. And like I said, I don't think, especially the little Blue Girl would ever be republished today, or be allowed to be republished today. So there you go. Those some crazy thoughts, I know, but that's the list. And those are just my thoughts there at the end. And wow, those collections were crazy. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.